MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Marshfield High School here at James G. Anderson Field for today's matchup between the Marshfield Rams and the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans. We got a great broadcast coming to you. Sam O'Brien on the face-off, had a great game the other day, going to win that one out, and Marshfield already on the attack. It's a hot day out here on a Wednesday afternoon. Rams trying to extend their playoff hopes after a big win versus Melrose earlier on Monday, taking on BR. And that attacking unit for the Rams already coming in. Tommy Carroll controls for a lot of that, gives it up to Will Rand, and Gibberti will replace Carroll. His brother Charlie just checked in on the attacking end as well. So we are underway, the Rams setting up. Again, a lot of this offense for the Rams has been a lot of motion, trying to find an open seam. Gibberti swings the other way to Couples, one of the captains of this team. Go to Sullivan behind the net. He had 4 on Monday versus Melrose. Trying to repeat that performance today. That would be great. Just the offense from the Rams on Monday was massive. 15 goals scored as Gibberti rips one, and he's going to score early for Marshfield. And just like that, the Rams are on the board. About a minute and 5 seconds in, and just like that, Marshfield will answer quickly. Mr. Landry down in the press box loves it. And we do here as well. Massive goal. Gibberti will pick up the first. Gibberti had 2 on the other day. I had to look at my notes for a second. On Monday, so another face-off going the way of Sam O'Brien. Penalty is called. O'Brien will come off immediately, get Charlie Carroll. Will Rand back in as O'Donoghue comes out as well. And Carroll will control Marshfield. Already foot on the gas as we're about 2 minutes down into this one. 10:45 remains in first period action. Couples will work behind the net of BR. And Marshfield just looking to set up their offense once again. You're going to hear a lot of calls coming from the bench. Bennett Ewell, which Tyler Pinero mentioned a lot in the broadcast on Monday. Bennett Ewell injured on the year, but has been huge for this team. A shot gets ripped by Rand, will go behind the net, stay in possession of Marshfield. Great body position from Couples, who will control, fires to Gibberti. Gibberti to Rand. Works it around Marshfield. Gibberti's going to shoot again. He goes post. That one goes out of bounds and will stay in possession of Marshfield. Marshfield bench giving Nick Couples his flowers right there. Good hustle. Keep this one in favor of the Rams. This is Charlie Carroll working behind the net. Gibberti, fire it the other way to Rand. Marshfield once again just settling in. Gibberti looks like he wants to shoot again. He does. Big save by BR, but great hustle once again by Graham Schofield. Keeps it in possession of the Rams. .9:45 remains in the first period, excuse me. Marshfield working back and forth. This is Carroll. Throwing on the moves with a spin. Carroll goes out in front, goes over the head of Rand, and Marshfield going to try and scoop this one up and keep it alive. Rand uses his body. Gibberti comes in to try and scoop it up. Marshfield taps it back in. Great job by the Rams, keeping this one alive. Sullivan will fire it back around and go to now Gibberti, top of the key. Carroll, Gibberti go back and forth. Will find its way to Rand on the far side of the field. Rand makes a good move. Gets position inside, spins around, trying to put the moves on. Great defense by BR is going to force Rand to reset and go the other way. Now to Carroll. Carroll sprints to the middle of the field, tries to put the moves on to Gibberti. Gibberti takes the shot and scores. John Gibberti, 2 goals on the day. First 2 trips down the field for the Rams ends in points. And the Rams off to a flying start right now. 8:44 remains in the first. 2-0 lead. And Gibberti's got them both. O'Brien, another huge face-off win. He's going to fire it down to Tommy Carroll, doing a great job holding possession. He'll fire out in front to Sullivan. The Rams have numbers. They get it to Schofield. And Schofield just decides to take that one back up. The pollen's getting to me here. Excuse me. I had to take a quick cough. Carroll. Tommy Carroll, that is, will come off. Charlie will replace him. And O'Donohue will get replaced by Rand. O'Brien dancing back and forth, and now he will come off for Gibberti. So that full starting attacking unit in for the Rams. Rand knows he has 2 on, so he makes a move. Rand out in front. The shot! Oh, what a goal by Graham Schofield! Airborne per usual off a pass. And just like that, 3 trips on the attack for the Rams. 3 goals scored. O'Brien to face off once again. 7:54 remains in the first period. Rams have a 3-0 lead. Gibberti with 2, Schofield with another. And once again, Rams winning the face-off. McGettrick using the big body to just swing off of people. Big hit comes in. It's going to be a foul going against BR. McGettrick does a great job to draw up that defensive unit. All 3 checking out. And Robbins will see his first bit of action today. Will Rand checks back in. This midfield for the Rams has been one of their strongest points all year. Great job by McGettrick spinning back and forth. He's a hockey player. Going to have to hit him a little bit harder trying to get him down. And McGettrick will come off after getting the Rams in attacking zone. Gives a primal scream to the bench, Marshfield bench. Hyping him up down there, and they are back on the attack. Jake Dernier, the senior goalie, who's been phenomenal, yet to be tested, and I don't think he's complaining about it. 7:08 remain in the first. Rams just swinging it around the offense once again. They'll go to Gibberti, looking for a hat trick here early in the first. Already has 2. Sullivan behind the net, gets to Robbins. Robbins tries to find space inside, brings it to Gibberti. Another shot will go wide. Schofield will fire one. Positioning by the Rams will keep possession. And Marshfield back on the attack. Fakaisen will come out on defense. We've seen this a few times this year. Charlie Carroll has 2 sticks on him for the 2 positions he's willing to play as a shot. Once again, will go wide. BR's position will lead to them gaining possession. Fakaisen will come back in. We'll get more on Charlie Carroll playing multiple positions on the field later. It's first time I've seen a big-time steal in the offensive zone by the Rams. They're going quick. Out in front, Sullivan will just settle back in and let the Rams attacking unit get set. Fired out in front, Robbins thought about a shot, then decides to back off using his position. We have a stick switch once again from Carroll, who will come in and now be on to attack. And ball will find him immediately. Carroll at the 30-yard line. Carroll takes a shot. Oh my God. Charlie Carroll just fires one. Finds the top shelf of the net. Marshfield can do no wrong right now. 4-0 lead. So we mentioned a little bit. I'll just talk about it now, I guess. Charlie Carroll, when he's out there, will play a couple of different positions. We found this out last time. He has 2 sticks with him for the 2 different positions he plays as O'Brien fires one in. Ball gets loose, picked up by the Rams. It's Schofield. And he will just settle in and let the rest of the Rams reset. But it's an interesting thing we've seen. He has a midfielder stick and an attack stick. And he'll switch out when he goes to the bench so he can play multiple positions, come in and play that midfield as well as the attack. And right now his attack stick is back on as his brother will come out, Gibberti will come in. And Carroll will just reset now for the Rams. We'll go to Sullivan behind the net. He reverses sides to Couples. Couples to Gibberti. Gibberti with 2 on the day. Fires in front. Carroll working it back and forth. Sullivan with a good spin move. Couldn't gain the space he wanted, so the Rams will be content to just pass this one around once again. Gibberti to Couples. Fires it to Carroll. Goes inside to Schofield. Another jump shot. Another goal. Graham Schofield finds his second off another pass right in front. On Monday, we talked a little bit about if there was a dunker equivalent position of basketball to lacrosse, that's what Graham Schofield is. He hits these nice little jump shots going across the net, and it feels like it's how he's scored every single time so far. Rams lead 5-0. BR is going to take a timeout. 4:47 remaining in the first. We will be back here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
Shooting arrows into the crowd. I had no idea how to celebrate, so that's how I chose. Welcome back to Marshfield Community Media. O'Brien is going to win another face-off. He's getting chased down, but he's too quick. Ball gets tipped for a moment, but O'Donoghue will gather, and he will just fire to the other end to John Sullivan, and the Rams are going to reset. Good bit of shade coming in here. We're started off really hot. I'm impressed these guys are able to wear all these equipment, honestly, in this 80-degree weather and fly around. O'Donoghue will move to defense. Rand will move up from the midfield to come to attack. O'Donoghue comes off. Fakaisen comes in for the Rams. And Tommy Carroll will get replaced by Gibberti. So the Rams just moving back and forth around, finding that sweet spot in their offense, that whole starting attack unit. Will come in right now as whistle is being blown. And something with the ball, I think Rand was saying. Trying to figure out what was wrong with the ball. I'm going to keep my eyes out down there. And coach tells the younger guys, keep those ready. This might happen again. 3:40 remaining in first period action. Rams with a 5-goal lead as they will set their offense once again. Rand fakes a pass inside to Schofield, keeps it himself, now to Gibberti. That Marshfield offense, again, they do this a lot, try to go slow, methodical, almost a turnover there. Good job by Sullivan. Keep it alive. Carroll dancing back and forth, trying to get open. They're starting to face guard Carroll now, which, I mean, that's some respect if I've ever seen it. Sullivan to Gibberti. Gibberti will cross other side. This is Rand. Good spin move, gets knocked down. Ball is still loose. Rams trying to get under it, but it's, oh, they do actually handle it, so it's Carroll. Carroll putting the moves on, fakes out one, And he goes behind the net. Charlie Carroll, getting a lot of attention right now. It's not mattering as he drives in, fires a shot, and a flag will come in. A lot of contact on Carroll. Gotta assume that's where the penalty will come. So it'll be a cross check going against BR's number 6.
Will be released at 1 minute 41 seconds.
A 1 minute penalty.
1 minute 41 seconds. The Bridgewater-Raynham
coming on in to Marshfield with a man advantage on the attack. And we will resume play. Fire it around to Couples. Couples will go to Carroll. And now Gibberti. Rams resetting. Looked like a shot was going to be fired there. But Gibberti takes it. Go wide of the net. Good positioning by both Sullivan and Couples. Keep position for the Rams. Couples out in front. Carroll thought about a shot, loaded it up, does not fire. Try and fire it inside to Schofield, but it gets turned over. Davin True and Fakaizen on the face guard. And Fakaizen's going to win that one out. Fire to Dernier behind the net. Dernier, a long pass to Gibberti, and just like that, the Rams are on the run. Once again, quick work done. They go to Carroll. Carroll inside to Sullivan. Big save by the BR goalie. Covers that one up, gets his first save on the day after letting up 5. Trying to get in a rhythm. BR just going to full fire this one. It's a full field pass. Penalty gets released. BR actually wins that ball out in front. And they will be on the attack now and get their unit in. Oh, a turnover though. Couples with space the other way. He's got Schofield down low. Couples will back up now. Rand was open in the middle. They decide to slow this one down and get the offense set. Penalty got released, as we mentioned, with 1:10 remaining in the first. Gibberti will handle under a minute, get a screen from Carroll, cross it to Rand. Bravo the call for Marshfield. Rand working behind a couple of screens to Gibberti. Good fake pass by Rand, caught me off for a second. Now they'll go to Couples. Spanning back and forth inside to Gibberti. Marshfield probably looking for a last shot here. This is Rand fires, goes high and wide. But Couples there with the position will keep it in favor of Marshfield with 25.9 remaining in the first. Sullivan behind the net. He's been deadly from back there. He takes a shot and scores. Right on cue. John Sullivan finds the back of the net. Another goal for the Rams. A 6-goal first period. I'll tell you what, Landry's killing it on the aux right now. I'll give credit where credit's due. It's a great playlist. Letting you guys enjoy that. 20.4 remain in the first. O'Brien, another big face-off win. He went coast to coast the other day, tries to fire this one, couldn't quite scoop it up, so he hits it the other way. Big checks by Marshfield players. Foul will be called. Rand will check out. O'Donoghue will come in for that defensive unit. And Marshfield just trying to get set. One of those midfielders probably coming in a second for McGettrick, you would think. Davin True on the face guard, time winding down to 4-3. The shot, can't quite find it, and BR doesn't even get a look.
Period's over, period's over.
Didn't hear the buzzer, a little soft on that one, but that will do it for the first period of action. Marshfield dominant in the first here, 6 goals, 6-0. Your score. We're going to send you to a break. We'll be back for the rest of the coverage here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
All right, we're ready to go
Okay.
here.
Because I know he was switching back and
for
forth the other day. All right, welcome back here on Marshfield Community Media. Marshfield with a 2-minute penalty on Charlie Carroll. And a good turnover here by the Rams, so he'll be released. 2 minutes, getting Rand to check in. Robin's getting ready to come in as well. Oh, and just like that, quick timeout being taken, 10 seconds in. I'll keep you here for just a minute, just for sake of not sending it to break, because we just had interesting conversation with senior Jaden Silva, who was on that defensive unit for the Rams, had an unfortunate injury, put an end to the rest of that season. But we were wondering, because we kept on seeing Carroll change sticks, we were wondering if it was a positioning thing. And he was saying that it was because one of his sticks was, or one of the sticks that he was using was illegal. So they're trying to figure all of that out with him, mainly an attacker, but has come into play midfield. So we didn't know if that was a position thing or not, but good to get some insight into that. It's an interesting timeout, 10 seconds into the period. Coach didn't like what he saw. We'll just call one. We saw magic number of a 12-goal lead is where, knock on wood, the mercy rule effect starts to come in and we have a full running clock for the entire time. It's a bit of a strange start to this period for the Rams. We're going to start it with a penalty and take a timeout 10 seconds in. So we will pick up where we left off. Marshfield just got a turnover. Still down a man, so Rand going to make a lot of people miss. He's dancing back and forth, putting on the moves. Rand fires out in front, and Marshfield is on the attack to Robin. Still a man down, so a lot of work needing to be done by this unit for the Rams. It looks like someone's hurt coming to the side. So it's Rand who took a shot. Going to the bench right now, going to get checked out. We'll keep you updated on that. In the meantime, Marshfield doing a good job just killing down this penalty. Gonna have to get it to 10 minutes until there's release. Robbins takes a check, bounces right off, gets some positioning, and Marshfield doing a great job just playing keep away right now on this penalty. Robbins continues to just dance back and forth, keep possession of this ball, and I think that's really the strategy. Let these two dance around until the penalty gets released and bring Charlie Carroll back in, who is a man in the penalty box right now. They'll go to Couples. 38 seconds left to kill off for the Rams. Just heard the good that Rand is okay. Just took a quick shot. He gave a thumbs up to his coach, letting him know he's good. Marshfield continues to kill this one off. Couples all the way back to that 50-yard line, still just dancing back and forth. Him, Gibberti, and Couples. Great job just keeping the ball alive, keeping possession alive, and ticking this clock down. Sullivan working behind the net. 3, 2, and 1. Charlie Carroll out of the box. Will Rand back in, and a big clap coming in by the Rams bench. They know how huge that is. O'Donoghue will get subbed out for Holt. And now Marshfield can actually try to attack Rand. Good fake. Spin move makes a man miss behind the net. He's just swinging back and forth. Rams just working this one around. It's now Gibberti. He's going to back this one up. Getting that face guard treatment, giving him no space, so they go to Sullivan behind the net. Cross the other way to Couples. Couples will reverse field to the other side, just working behind this net of BR. Goes to Robbins in front of the net, thought about a shot. Swings it back out. Gibberti has a seam. Gibberti takes a shot, goes off the post, and will go out of bounds and get turned over the other way. BR will go on the run. Defense getting ready to check back in. O'Donohue for Gibberti. Comes back in, and Carroll comes in as well. McGettrick, the next one, getting ready to get set up. All the way back to the goaltender. The ball went for BR. They fired in the midfield and a turnover. And look out. Carroll can fly out in front of Couples. They have numbers. Couples to Sullivan. Sullivan shot. That was a 5-0 right through the legs of the goalie. And a run by the Rams. A turnover in the midfield. Carroll to Couples to Sullivan. And another goal picked up by the Rams. 7-0 your score.
Making it 7-0 in favor of the Rams.
So we have a couple of multi-goal
Johnny
scorers today.
Sullivan.
Gibberti, Schofield, Sullivan, all have 2.
Sophomore.
And Charlie Carroll with 1 to his
Sniper.
name. The sophomore sniper claimed by Mr. Landry, John Sullivan. 8:32 in the second as well. O'Brien been phenomenal at center field so far, winning these face-offs, and he's going to win another one right here. And we'll just let the Marshfield team set up their zone. Once again, Marshfield knows with this lead. Killing time is massive for them as McGettrick goes to Carroll. And McGettrick will come off. Rand will come on. McGettrick's always great when he comes off to the side. Carroll dances back and forth, loads a shot. Will stay in possession of Marshfield. Good job by Couples keeping that one alive. Carroll with a little jump shot there. Couples work from the near side of the net, fire and reset to Rand. And a lot of this second period, it feels like it's been the Rams just killing off time. Rand makes a move to the outside, gets one by, fake pass, gets another. Marshfield likes the numbers that they have. They work it into the interior of the BR defense. Sullivan working with Couples behind the net. Couples gives him good screen. Sullivan out in front. Oh my God! John Sullivan continues to snipe the back of the net. Continues to find goals. An 8th picked up by the Rams. Marshfield cannot be stopped right now. These guys just working behind the net. The jump shots have been electric for them. An 8th picked up. Sullivan gets the hat trick on that. 8-0. So we knew Marshfield was a favorite going into today, but it's been dominant so far. Hasn't, knock on wood, hasn't seemed fair this far on. Marshfield has been very, very good in all phases of the game. O'Brien is going to win another faceoff in his own end. Tries to fire out in front and gets tipped, but Marshfield's going to handle that one. Head the other way. Going with speed, trying to not lose the ball. Does for a second. Still loose. Marshfield trying to get up on this one. Schofield tries to poke it away, and it is handled by BR, and will find the BR goalie who will work behind his own net. Schofield will chase. Try to get a piece on that one. Sullivan is going to come up to try and put some pressure, and another turnover. Bounces off the feet of a Ram. Will head the other way. This is Couples with a head of steam to Sullivan. Sullivan, another goal! John Sullivan can do no wrong for Marshfield. A 4th goal. We're still only in the first half. In the second period, 6:36 remaining. Sullivan with 4 goals. Marshfield with 9 so far. Folks, that kid's only a sophomore. Quick reminder, the sophomore has 4 goals in the first half. O'Brien, another face-off, another dominant win. Couldn't quite scoop it up, but we'll just fire it to McGettrick, who gets tripped up. Oh, and we just got word from, so shout out to Tommy Carroll. That was John's 100th point, as you're going to hear Mr. Landry say right now, so we'll let you hear that.
100th career points. Give him a hand, folks.
So the sophomore gets his 100th career point on that one. Shout out to John Sullivan. He's played amazing so far in this game all season. Been huge for this team when you're going to have a guy that young come and step in. And BR is going to take a timeout. 6:10 remaining in the second. Marshfield up 9-0. We'll be back here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
On Marshfield Community Media, we are back. 6:05 remaining in the second period. Rams have been dominant so far, 9-0. First time we've seen them really on defense so far today. Done a great job in the midfield, but getting tested here early. Ball gets stripped. Great job by the Rams, and we're heading the other way. This is Holt. Holt, the freshman, will fire the other way. And Jordan still going to work up. Marshfield wants to go quick. And now they decide to settle in with McGettrick. McGettrick loses it momentarily, still trying to scoop it back up. They wanted to sub, but a turnover by Marshfield will head the other way. They're going with speed. So BR set back up. And they will get ready to bring their attacking unit on. Davin Troop doing a great job. Face guard, and one gets by. They go out in front. Pass not quite there, but still handled by BR. Keep this attack alive. Brody Jordan guarding behind the net. Now Holt. Gonna get this one out of here. The spin will go wide of Dernier. Off a shot will stay with BR. Still Jake was all over that one. BR will just set up shop right at that 40-yard line. Try and get this attack back going. Thought about a shot, but good defense right now by Davin True. Forced them all the way out, still throwing that stick check. Davin True, just hearing it from the sideline right now, doing a great job defending. Fakaisen on the other end, using his body. Still strong. They take a shot, goes wide of Dernier. But a Ram still there. Marshfield bench loving the defense being played from their guys right now. This is True. Now picked up by Fakaisen. Nowhere to go. BR right now, they go. Dancing inside some room, a shot, and that one's going to go over the head of Dernier, out of bounds once again, but BR still able to set up shop with that positioning behind the net. Keep this trip alive. True and Fakaisen once again forcing these shots to not get there. The hustle by Marshfield. Not quite there in time was Holt. So BR sets up once again. The Trojans fire inside off the post of Dernier. Rebound goes in favor of BR, but it's taken away. Rams going the other way, getting the subs ready to go. Jordan fires, and will go to Davin True. Whistle is being blown. So red possession. I'd heard a push from the official. So I guess until further notice, that's where we're going with. Nonetheless, it's BR ball right now. Setting back up shop. No penalty. No one coming off the field for the Rams, but possession goes in favor of McGettrick. Doing a great job face guarding. And the Marshfield bench, again, loving this right now. Keeping number one at bay finally. They get him the ball, but Cam McGettrick following him step for step right now. Under 3 minutes remaining in the half. McGettrick waiting for him to make his move. Dives inside, but Brody Jordan right there to shut that one down, and McGettrick will switch back to the top of the key. BR just trying to slow it down, but having a really hard time getting into this interior of the Rams. Brody Jordan with a good check right there, just keeping everyone out right now. BR needs to try and find a way to make a move in. They do. They take a shot to Dernier. Ball is loose, and he's going to fall on that. Jake Dernier, first time tested today. Big time save. McGettrick is going to leave that ball for Fakaisen. Fire out in front to Tommy Carroll, who's going to spin around. And this is a good rest, too, for the guys on the Marshfield offense, just letting them take a breather for a minute. Carroll gets laid out. And it looks like, I think that's Tommy Carroll, who was down for just a second right there. And kid looks like he is in pain. So we're going to take a break right now on Marshfield Community Media, and we're going to be back in just a moment.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at McNamaraFinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
All right, welcome back from the break. Tommy Carroll goes down for a little bit, walking on his own accord now, so we will definitely look into that and keep you updated as he goes. A couple of Rams have taken some tough falls, tough hits early in the first half action. 1:30 will remain. The attack on for the Rams. This is Robbins trying to put the moves on, and Marshfield will just set up. Kavanaugh is the one who has come in to replace a lot of this attack. Charlie Carroll taking a breather, a shot, and I think that went in. What a goal by the Rams. Blink and you miss it. Graham Schofield picks up another goal, a 10-goal lead in the first half for the Rams. And he adds to the hat trick right now. Graham Schofield with his 3rd goal of the day. Gibberti with 2, Charlie Carroll with 1, and John Sullivan with 4. Sullivan, as we mentioned, if you're just joining us now, he scored his 100th career point as a sophomore with his 4th goal today. So been amazing for this team so far at such a young age, and continues to deliver. O'Brien, another huge face-off win. And with about a minute to go, the Rams are going to go the other way and try and set up their offensive unit. O'Brien getting doubled right now. Still does a good job to hold his feet over that 50. And that defensive unit will check in for the Trojans. Good job getting Charlie Carroll back on the field. Good hustle. And O'Brien will come off. Rand will come in. And with 43.7, Marshfield's going to take a timeout, up 10, get this final play drawn up. We're going to take a break real quick. We'll be back for the end of the half here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
All right, welcome back to Marshfield Community Media. 40 seconds remaining, and the Rams trying to get final shot on net. That whole offensive unit in with Sullivan, Couples working behind the net. Sullivan with the ball. He's going to spin out in front. Just burn time. Goes to Couples. Couples out in front. Gibberti lost it for a moment. Rander's going to come and bail him out and maintain possession. Down to 20 seconds left. Rand getting ready to make a move. Dances, goes back to the middle. Tries to get upfield, fires to Schofield! Schofield with a jumping goal! And he's going to tie up Sullivan with 4 goals on the day. Great work by Rand getting inside the interior of that defense. And Schofield, as he always does, goes airborne to find the back of the net. Marshfield can do no wrong in this first half. 11-0. Your score. Still in the first half action right now. 14.1 remaining. And O'Brien to take another face-off. Been phenomenal so far today. Either when the ball goes into back in Marshfield's zone, he still wins it. Still loose right now, and O'Brien, just like that, he's going to win. Marshfield trying to get a touch here at the 30. Carroll will get just that. Time winding down. Sullivan takes a pop shot right at the net. There's a second left. Possession will stay with the Rams. Whistle gets blown, throw out in front, gets deflected, and that will do it for the first half of action. Marshfield with a dominant first half. 11-0 your score. And Marshall, I mean, how much can you say about how good they have done so far from offense to defense? Dernier has been phenomenal in net. Your goal scorers in the first, Gibberti has 2, Schofield and Sullivan both with 4, and Charlie Carroll got on the board with 1. Couple of injuries for the Rams. We'll keep you updated on that when we get back from the half. But until then, don't get anywhere. We'll be back for the second half coverage here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
Here we go.
Yeah, as long as they behind me and they can't scream. Welcome back to Marshfield Community Media's broadcast of this lacrosse playoff game. Second round, Marshfield taking on BR here on James G. Anderson Field. Will Nicholson doing the play-by-play for you today as O'Brien fires a face-off into BR zone, but they are going to scoop that one up. O'Donoghue with a massive hit, and a flag will come in, unfortunately. Thought that was clean for a second. O'Donoghue laying a big hit stick, so I'm sure that's where the penalty will go. So we'll wait from the call from the official. In the meantime, if you're just joining us, you know, your screen is not blurry. There's no speck on it. That score is 11-0
Right.
in favor of Marshfield.
Will be released at 11:19.
It is O'Donoghue who gets a quick 30-second penalty. So we will reset here. O'Donoghue will get on a knee. A little bit of confusion right now. The flag is still on the field, and we're going very, very slowly here to kick off the third. Excuse me, folks. I'm just trying to listen to what we got.
Number 8 / 1 minute, and number 8 push for possession 30 seconds. We have a
So
7 red / 1 minute. The first minute for both will be locked in.
All right, folks. So
I'm gonna let Landry explain this.
On both teams, and the 1 minute penalties for both teams will be locked in.
So, talking possession right now, 7 got a penalty for BR, and O'Donohue got a slash and push of possession. 7 also got a slash. They're saying that it's going to be Marshfield ball.
So
I honestly couldn't tell you why.
penalty
Coach
will
was
be
confused.
released At 10:49, and the Marshfield penalty will be released at 10:19.
So a 30-second for Marshfield, and 10:49 is when the penalty for BR will be released. We think we'll update you as we go along with that. That's the word right now. In Couples, we'll get into the interior. Couples with speed, making everyone miss. Nick Couples fires, couldn't quite get the pass. Robbins trying to scoop it up. BR's goalie couldn't get it. Great job and stick control by Robbins to keep that alive. They'll go to Rand. A little bit of pressure, but Rand just runs right by him. Now Marshfield with numbers to the other way. Couples puts it out in front. No one's home. Ball will go out of bounds, and Marshfield will turn that one over. So 3 seconds until O'Donohue's able to come back. Rand's going to come out. And tick, tick, just like that. O'Donohue's first is gone. And heading the other way, BR trying to get a touch in right now. They do. Daventry will face guard, and now they will set their offense up and get some subs in. Probably just burn down the rest of this penalty to 10:49 too. So O'Donohue's first is up. He had another one that I think is going to lock him into 10:49 as well.
Penalties released.
So O'Donohue's still down. The BR penalties have been killed. And McGettrick will come in for Couples in that midfield. BR just getting set up right now. 10:19, I believe, was the call for O'Donohue, so a little confused there for a sec. Ball loose right now, trying to win the race is Holt, and he gets there in time. O'Donohue gets released. McGettrick will replace Couples will replace McGettrick at that backwards. Charlie Carroll will come back in. Dernier will flip sides to O'Donohue on the other way. Excuse me, that was True down there on the other way. Marshfield heading up with speed, tried to get that one in front to Carroll. Couldn't get there in time. They'll fire back to the goalie. BR will reset with under 10 remaining in the third. BR needs to start really picking up the pace here to try and get back into this down 11. Just like that, they're going to go quick, fire inside, a shot, big save by Dernier. And Robbins will scoop it up, and Marshfield will head the other way. Dernier, a massive game so far. Robbins dances through everyone, loses his stick. No call there for the Rams, and BR, instant touch, will just set back up. We're all evened up from the penalties that started the third. This is McGettrick. Robbins, gets the steal on that, gets knocked down. Flag comes in. Shot to Dernier, and Marshfield just going to try and go quick with this penalty. It's Rand. Rand crossing into attacking zone is going to run it himself into the 30. We'll touch that and then just reset. Penalty flag still down. Marshfield will just run out this whole possession and try and get a shot before that penalty comes on. 8:45 on the clock, third period, Rams by 11. Tough for the Trojans, they know a penalty is coming right now. They'll go to work, Marshfield, this is Charlie Carroll working to the left, keeps it alive, tries to fire it inside. The Couples will fire out of bounds, and now the penalty will come into play for the Rams. So number 7 on BR again gets another penalty.
Will be released at 8 minutes.
So a 30-second penalty coming in. Rams with a man advantage. Robbins will come in with Carroll, Schofield. The rest of that start attack unit for the Rams. Gibberti to Carroll. Carroll in front. Sullivan puts down another. Sean Sullivan with his 5th goal of the day. And just like that, a 12-goal lead for the Rams with 8:22 in the third. Sullivan with his 5th. And Marshfield just continues their dominant run in this game. Feels like they can do no wrong. Just like that, penalty. Instantly the Rams take advantage. O'Brien, another face-off win. And another big move. O'Brien might go coast to coast. He did it the other day. He takes a shot. Saved by BR. Rams trying to get back on this ball. Good job by McGettrick keeping it alive. And McGettrick gets doubled. Will just spin around and let the rest of the Rams come in, but McGettrick's going to lose it. And just like that, BR will go the other way. A flag will come in. Looks like it's going to be on O'Donohue. Yeah, they're going to get O'Donohue with a hold. So we were trying to figure that out too. We heard the hold, trying to figure out the time. So at 7:25, it's a 30-second penalty. That's when O'Donohue will be able to come back out.
Marshfield penalties released at 7:25.
And Mr. Landry confirms. BR working around that Marshfield defense right now. That has been very good so far today. Working it inside. Big checks by the Rams. And Fakaisen will head the other way. 2 on him, spinning back and forth. Fakaisen just playing keep away right now. The spin move makes one miss. Fakaisen dancing back and forth. Kills off that whole penalty. Whistle's blown. And Marshfield's going to take a timeout after killing that penalty. 7:18 remaining. Rams by 12. We'll be back here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
All right, we are back from a timeout by Marshfield. Big penalty kill comes in. And just like that, the Rams are going to turn it over. Gets pushed out of bounds. So O'Donohue's going to come in. And Marshfield got a little confused with subs. Will continue play right now. Checking in for the first time. This is number 14. That's Aiden Delaney, the junior. True face guarding right now. And BR just looking to set up. BR coach unhappy right now. Driving into Carroll and just shut down immediately. Flipping field the other way. They go out in front. Big check by O'Donohue. Ball gets loose. Dernier makes a big save. Ball still loose. And the Rams are heading the other way, trying to get this clear. And they do just that. They cross the 50, and they'll get that touch on the 30 and just keep going. Work behind the net, and now the subs will come in. Delaney will come out. Rand will come back in. And Marshfield will continue to bring in that offensive unit as dance back and forth. This is Jack Kenny. Lost it momentarily, trying to scoop it back up. Big fight for the puck behind the net. Gets scooped up, and BR is going to head the other way. Kavanaugh comes up to try and poke that one out. A whistle's blown. So it's a hold. Believe we're going to see who takes a knee here. Okay, so it's just no penalty call. We'll just head the other way. Firing crossfield, dangerous for a moment. Jack Kenny wasn't too intent on going for that one. And Schofield cannot get back in time. Touch already gained by BR, and just like that, it almost goes out of bounds. That was close, just scooped up. This is Hannigan. Face guarding, and BR will continue to just work this around. This defense swarming by the Rams. Fakaisen's there. They go in front. They rip a shot. Saved by Dernier. And he's going to scoop that one up. Rams are going to go on the attack once again. This is McGettrick. The hockey defenseman going with speed. Gets by one. Gets that clear to the 50. And we'll just set up. Throw it to Carroll. Get everyone on sides with a touch. McGettrick will come off. Rand will come on. And the attack is on for the Rams with under 5 remaining. 12-goal lead. They'll go out in front to Rand. No one picks him up. Rand shot. Big save by BR. One of the first times we've seen Rand shoot today. Been more of throwing dimes, throwing the passes. Decides to shoot that one. And a great save, but a turnover once again by BR. Marshfield going quick. This is Kenny. Takes a shot. Kenny scores. A little pump fake. Goes top shelf. No one picks it up. And Marshfield continues to be dominant. A 13-goal lead. Jack Kenny is self-described as Crazy K in his intro for the Rams. Done by before the bells. And Kenny will join the scoring club for the Rams. Getting a little bit of extra time with the big lead. Also injuries to Tommy Carroll. Making the most of it. 4:31, another face-off coming with Sam O'Brien. And just like that, oh, he won it for a second. He gets knocked down, and that one's going to get called. Just waiting this one down. The attack is on for the Rams. We'll go to Robbins. Harvard man bounces off one hit, and we'll fire it. This is McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Carroll, and now Rams will just set up and just work this one around. This is where the Rams have been dominant, working it back and forth. Green fires the other way. And McLaughlin. Everyone touching the ball for the Rams as they work behind the net. Fire it out in front. McLaughlin from range finds the back of the net. The Rams can do no wrong. Another sophomore scores a goal, and the Rams go up by 14 with under 4 remaining. All the stuff you like to see right now. Second round of the playoffs, you have a lead like this, you get your younger guys in, you let Schofield come off, get a quick drink real quick along with McGettrick, get some guys some rest, and let guys like Jack Kenny and McLaughlin come in. Score some big-time goals. O'Brien on the face-off once again. Penalty will go against Marshfield. So BR on the attack now. O'Brien in there. BR gets a touch, and they're going to just go with it as subs come in. Spin move, tries to fire it in front. Dernier went the other way, but the defense from the Rams there to close that one off. This is a great job by Holt. The freshman in there doing a great job. He's been a big part of this team ever since Silva went down, and again right there. Phenomenal defense, but a flag is going to come in after it's covered up by Dernier. Marshfield coach still giving him his flowers right there as Holt did a great job. 30-second holding penalty will go against Holt.
Marshall penalty released at 2:50.
2:50 is when Holt will be able to check back in. Until then, a man advantage for the Rams. Great job by O'Donohue. Poking at that. The defense from the Rams has been swarming so far today. Even at that 30, they're still pressuring. Davin True almost scooped it up. BR will first the other way. A shot. Maybe looked like a pass, but either way, did not come out of his stick the way he wanted it to. Will go out of bounds. The body position will be in favor of the Rams, and another turnover for BR. Couples, after an extended break, will check back in. And the Marshfield penalty is up. Try and fire that one in. Ball still loose. A huge check by Charlie Carroll. And the Rams will maintain. Still need to get that touch in. It's Robbins. Andrew Robbins sprinting to get to the 30, and he does. So now he'll reverse, and the Rams will get ready to bring in their subs. Marshfield gets a penalty, and coach not too happy about it. Couldn't see what the call is for here. Couples and Robbins both combined for a hit. True lets one get by him, tries to lay down the stick check. But BR will just reverse field and try and set up their offense. True still running step for step with the offensive BR. Tries to juke inside. Delaney getting ready to come in for Carroll. Give him a break. And they do. Delaney will play in that midfield as BR will slow down here and set up. Minute 50 remaining, trying to wind down this clock, but if you're BR, you need goals more than anything at this point. Fakaisen, good defense behind the net, trying to use that strong body to get in. And right there, great defense by the Rams. Closes that one off immediately as Nick Couples, who then comes in and lays a check. Ball is loose, bodies hit the ground. Penalty will be called. Possession will stay with BR. O'Donoghue laying some good stick checks as BR tries to work behind the net of Dernier, who's been phenomenal back there so far. A lot of big time stays in big parts of that Rams defense as True both just whacking away at the ball and force a turnover, pokes it out in front. Robbins and True continue to be phenomenal. They force a turnover, touches there for the Rams, and subs coming on for BR. Rams going with speed. Ball gets loose, goes over the goalie. That was dangerous. Did that go in? Oh, it hit the back of the net. Fooled me for a second. Ball got loose, but BR got away with one. BR trying to clear the goalie. It's loose. An open net. A shot and a goal. It does not come much easier for that for John Sullivan. The double hat trick and the easiest goal he's seen all year. I'm sure Sullivan didn't even believe he had a net that wide open with some of the goals that he has scored so far today. That might be the easiest out of his 100 and something points that he's seen so far in his career. Again, BR just trying to get that quick clear, trying to get out in front, make up some ground. They can't do it. Marshfield goes up 15. O'Brien will put the oh, that was close. Almost rolled underneath the goalie. O'Brien just fired that face-off in, and Rams are on the attack once again. Delaney's going to come out, and Rand is going to come in. Kavanaugh getting ready as well. And the call will come in for Kavanaugh to check in. Final 12 seconds here. Rams trying to get another one off. This is Kavanaugh. Dances back and forth. Coaches let them know they need to go quickly. Working behind the net, Charlie Carroll dancing, loses the ball, and BR will scoop it, fire it away. That will be the third period. Marshfield continues to do no wrong. A 15-goal lead in the second round of the playoffs, 3 periods down. And we'll be back here for the final quarter of coverage here on Marshfield Community Media. Don't go anywhere.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
Welcome back to James G. Anderson Field here on Marshfield Community Media. Fourth period action kicking off for you. O'Brien, another face-off win, scoops it up. And O'Brien, no one's actually going to pick O'Brien up. We've seen him do this before. Lost it momentarily. It's loose and in the air. And it will be scooped up. Marshfield telling him to hold it right now. As bodies are going to come off, Hannigan will come off. And this is the first time that we're seeing Ryan Medeiros. He will check in. So a lot of the younger guys getting some time now for the Rams.
Slow it down so I get some midfielders on the field.
And O'Brien getting an earful right there for turning it up a notch and going, advancing instead of coming back off that touch and letting subs come in. Kavanaugh to Medeiros. The other way, Rams just probably trying to lay this one down. This is Kavanaugh. 2 on him for a moment. Spins back and forth and gets walled off, so we'll reverse to Medeiros. Medeiros works to the right, spins and bounces off a body, so he will go back. Ball will find Kavanaugh. Once again, we're a minute plus down. Kavanaugh makes a move, takes a shot. Whistles are blown. Hold will go, a slash, I believe. I think is the call. We'll see from the official in just a minute. Okay, so it is 29 for BR getting a slash. Thought it was on Marshfield for a moment, but just pointing in that direction. So Rams will have a man advantage. And we are in running clock territory right now with the 15-point lead. This is Wren. Goes to Medeiros. And to Cochran will go the other way. Wren. Marshfield just working it all around, getting to see the younger guys. Kenny goes inside. The shot and a goal. Connor Withers had a goal on Monday. Will come in today and get another one. And Withers making the most of his time on the field. Another goal scored by the Rams, a 16-0 lead. O'Brien getting ready to take another face-off. 9:15 remaining, and again, clock will run the whole time as this one is pretty much conceded with 16-goal lead. Big win by O'Brien. Will outrun everyone, lays down a big hit. He will get the touch and just take it behind the net and allow subs to come in. Couples will come in for Delaney. And they will find the Couples captain right away. Couples makes one miss, gets into the interior, is going to feed to Green. Go back to Couples. As more and more pieces coming in. Colby Hobbs, another young guy, a sophomore, getting some time here in the playoffs. Marshfield will continue to just work behind the net. This is Robbins. Gets checked and backs away, puts that one over the head. And then great job, tipped back in, but offsides. Marshfield disagrees. So BR will head the other way. Big hit by True. Trying to stop the touch from happening, but whistles are going to be blown. Timeout's going to be taken by BR, and we're going to stop the clock for that. So we're going to take a break real quick here on Marshfield Community Media. Rams by 16 in the fourth. Under 8 minutes remaining. We'll be back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
need so much work done. He's like, you should just do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, right? Welcome back from the break here on MCM BR. Gains possession. 7:35 remaining. And the Rams content to just burn down some clock here. I'm sure that Jake Turnier and that defense would love a shutout. Davin True going step for step. And the Marshfield bench approving of his defense so far. Try and fire it high and wide. Will go nowhere near the net of Dernier. Body position by BR will keep possession. This is Holt, tasked with the defense from behind the net, getting low into the body of Holt. He's going to respond, stays big, fires, and finally BR is going to find a goal. So Dernier will not get the shutout today,
Bridgewater-Raynham is on the board.
but the 16 unanswered goals finally get answered by BR, putting one home. Dylan Burrow will now come in to play goalie. Yeah, so Burrow's going to come in. Jake Dernier, huge standing ovation from the crowd, has had a phenomenal year that will continue. I mean, to only let up one goal with 6 minutes remaining in a fourth period in a playoff game is a phenomenal job. So big shout out to Jake. He's done great. The other way, Marshfield will go back on the attack. Green, it gets it to Withers. Mentioned it quickly, but Burrow, the sophomore, is in for goalie right now. And McLaughlin checks in as well. Medeiros getting ready to come in. Rams got that early touch and now just bringing pieces in and out. Another new player. This is Colton Pesco, number 22 for the Rams, checking in. Couple of guys, if you're a Marshfield Lax fan, get used to hearing their names. They are the future right now behind all these experienced Rams that you see in close games and start. Medeiros gets inside, has body position, but another one comes in, so he's going to fill that up. A shot almost hit the back of the net. Pesco immediately firing, not shy at all. Big checks coming in. That was Cochran just putting an on and still causing turnovers. Withers on the other end. He's going to poke it. A flag is going to come in. I think this might be a slash on BR, hitting the stick of Withers. And that's exactly the call, so a slash on BR. Withers, great hustle, leads to another possession for the Rams. 4:30 and counting remaining in the game. Marshfield's going to get a win on this one, but we'll bring just as much enthusiasm for you back home for these younger guys getting some playoff time. Green to McLaughlin, and that Rams offense will set up. Medeiros back to McLaughlin, trying to make a move. And Rams just passing back and forth between the top ring of that offense. Will go to McLaughlin. Thought about a shot, fires it inside. Big shot taken. Flag is going to come in. And great job by Pesco. He shoots right when he comes in. He takes a big hit. He's going to draw a penalty right there.
Flag's on 6 minutes. Cross-check.
Cross-check will go against BR's number 6. So a 2-man advantage in favor of Marshfield. And you can just feel one of these younger guys is going to find the back of the net again here. With an advantage like this, Pesco to Medeiros. Medeiros fires a shot, big save. Rebound, another shot by Pesco goes wide. And again, the Rams scoop that one up. Good positioning by Green. McLaughlin out in front to Green. Green inside to Withers. Ball gets loose and is scooped up by BR, who get it to the goalie, and they will just sit this one out. No, they actually fire it the other way. Lost it momentarily, but no Ram could get it with the offsides. A timeout will be taken by BR. 2:50 remaining in the final period of action here. We're going to be back on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
Remaining, possession gained by BR. Ball gets loose for just a second, still loose. No one can scoop it up. And all of the Rams, look at the hustle by Marshfield. Everyone was ahead of it. Holt will fire, it'll go over the head of Green and will be turned over by the Rams. But just the hustle, you see everyone from Marshfield sprinting up to that loose ball where they were ahead of everyone on BR. So the youngins showing a little something here. Ball goes loose, knocked away, and Green is going to scoop it up, head the other way, looking for a touch early to get subs, and he's going to get it. And now they'll just fire around and play keep away once again. Hannigan checks in. Cochran was one who threw it to the front, and now it's Kavanaugh. Subs are going to come in. So number 29, Hobbs, will come in along with Sean Green. So Sean and Nolan Green, both Greens in. Pass goes to Kavanaugh. He can't quite get underneath it. It will go out of bounds and lead to another turnover for the Rams. Under 1:30 remaining. And BR getting ready to wrap up what was a great season for them so far. You know, hold their heads high. It'll come to an end. Definitely a very talented team that Marshfield very, very prepared for. You can tell they did not take this team lightly. Even up by 9, they stayed in it the whole way, kept playing all their guys, left no margin for error. So that definitely is a commend to Bridgewater-Raynham, who was a tough team all year. Davin True behind right now. They try and take a shot on Burrow. That one is tipped away by a defender, and the Rams will get the clear to the 50. And now, give me a paper towel. Time is going to wind down. I'm going to go right away. My nose is bleeding. Kavanaugh. Under 12 remaining, and the Rams are going to get ready to just let this one tick all the way down. Down to 5. And that will do it. Your final score here from James G, 16-1, and the Rams are going to advance. Your goal scorers: Jaberti 2, Schofield 4, Charlie Carroll had 1, John Sullivan had 6, Jack Kenny and Withers all getting on the board with goals. And Walpole will be the matchup we just heard. So thank you for joining us here on Marshfield Community Media. Will Nicholson on the mic, Heather Allen on the camera, and Sean Leary back in the studio. We thank you for joining us here on Marshfield Community Media, and we will see you next time.
Thank you, folks. Have a great evening. Safe travels home, and roll them Rams, roll, Rams, roll.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.